We are on a march to be world supremacy when it comes to our GDP, our economy, our economic prowess. Uh, but sports, we have a long way to go. And I think that brings us to the point that if we do host an event such as Olympics, that will give us the ecosystem to actually create sports from a grassroots level.
Mr. Ahluwalia, thank you so much for taking out the time to speak to us on Global Compass.
Pleasure. Great to be here.
Jatin, I'm going to talk to you as a sports entrepreneur later. Before that, I want to talk to you as a sports enthusiast. India has decided to bid for the 2036 Olympics. But are we actually ready? Isn't it a huge financial burden and a financial strain on any country to organize a sporting event as big as this, as the Olympics? Are we actually, do we have that kind of financial clout to do it?
This is a hot topic. Sadly, we haven't done as well as we should have. Uh, we are on a march to be world supremacy when it comes to our GDP, our economy, our economic prowess. Uh, but sports, we have a long way to go. And I think that brings us to the point that if we do host an event such as Olympics, that will give us the ecosystem to actually create sports from a grassroots level. I'll come to your point that do we have the wherewithal financially to host it? But the advantage first, if we do host Olympics in 2036, we have a lead time of 13 odd years to create a large ecosystem. I'm not just talking about stadiums. I'm not just talking about arena. I'm talking about a overall shift in the way we look at sports because uh, when it comes to our athletes, one would like to believe we are no less. But when it comes to cutting edge events such as Olympics, FIFA, where we've been aspiring to qualify and participate and shine, it's the expertise, it's the last mile where we are lacking. Even in this Olympics, there were many close calls. Uh,
Hmm.
and if we have that kind of expertise, which is a larger than life center of excellence in the form of the huge preparation of Olympics, it'll usually help a cause. Now let's look at do we have what it takes to host an event like Olympics? See, there are two worlds to it. There's an historical world and there is a futuristic world. Historically, it has caused a dent. Historically, it has been a problem for countries to host. Qatar faced a problem post FIFA. Japan faced a problem post Olympics. London Olympics also caused downturn in the economy.
Yeah.
Uh, France is a modest example. It's a very balanced example, and there are great learnings from this, and which can help India. The learnings are that it has to be a more sustainable Olympics. 2036, if pitched as a sustainable event, by sustainable I mean we reuse our facilities, we ramp up our existing infrastructure. We don't have to recreate a national stadium or a Talkatora or a Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium or the infrastructure we have in Ahmedabad or in Bangalore or in Patiala. We have to clean our canals, we have to clean our rivers. There are ways where now with the expertise in ESG and sustainability and recycling, there are some best practices emerging and which can help country create or reach that level without really having to invest to that as we used to do historically. That's really is our solution.
And we are joined now by Mr. Robert Masih Nahar from Barcelona. Uh, Mr. Nahar, thank you very much. Mr. Nahar is the former senator from Barcelona.
Thank you.
I was just
Very much for
Thank
having me.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was just speaking to Mr. Ahluwalia and asking him, that uh, sports is a tool for soft diplomacy, right? So, where do you see India capitalizing on this? If you could give me, with the example of what you are doing with Spain. I mean, Mr. Nahar, you joined us at perfectly good time.
Sports, yes, it's a soft diplomacy. You are right. And through sports, we can reach beyond the borders. In today's world, it's a global world, and we can make easy relations, easy connections through sports with other countries. For example, you have seen Olympic last week. So many countries play together. Many athletes who come from very small countries, and they have been able to bring their country's name on the main board. So
Yes.
I think sports is a tool, not only a soft diplomacy, but also, through it expand culture, tradition, and social cohesion. It helps in all sectors.
So, Jatin, how do you think India can capitalize on this fact? Like Mr. Nahar said, it is definitely a tool for soft diplomacy. How can India take this forward?
I can't agree more. We are able to see time when nations will be talking about not to exert their supremacy with the nuke, but with the medals and the sports accolade the country has. And I think there is one discipline where India can really take a pride is cricket. Cricket is you love it or you hate it, but the fact remains is the most
It's a
passionate.
religion.
It's a religion. We,
Yes.
irrespective of our languages or our regional background, cricket unites us. Even if
Absolutely.
we are in a stadium, I can't speak Telugu or he can't understand North Indian language, but we cheer for our country. And
Yeah.
this is one area where India has done so well in terms of building a lot of expertise that it can lend to world, and that can further the cause that how two nations can be brought together. There are examples of Champions League. There are examples of ICC tournament where many countries come together to co-host it. India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka had hosted it together. Australia, New Zealand has hosted it together. If I remember correctly, England and Ireland and Scotland also had hosted one event together. And more specifically, the ecosystem and the expertise we possess in our country, we can help many countries, thereby improving our bilateral relations, creating a platform for two economies to flourish on cricket as a platform, so to speak. And I think Mr. Nahar can say he's been kind enough to accept the Indian expertise trying to make inroads in Spain with his help.
So, Mr. Nahar, how has that experience been for you? The experience of working with India as a partner?
Well, I have always been looking towards India since I started working to promote cricket in Spain. Let's say it's since 2007, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I started here in Barcelona, especially in with three clubs registered, and I mean three clubs playing friendly matches with each other. And I approached to the local administrations and all, and I managed to organize the first ever official tournament supported by the local government in 2009. And since then, we have been working a lot, and now we have more than 93 clubs registered with the board. So it's a huge success for us.
93 cricket clubs in Spain.
No, not only in Catalonia region. In Spain, there are more.
Oh my God.
Only,
Okay.
only in
Wow.
Yes. When we speak of our board, we are cricket board in Catalonia. Catalonia is a northern region of Spain.
Yeah.
Barcelona is the capital, of course. So this is the Catalan Cricket Board. So we call the FCC, which is Cricket Federation of Catalonia. So,
Okay.
as I said before, that I have been always looking towards India. I in 2012 I worked a lot to go and find sponsors from India. I spoke to many big companies, and that time cricket was not so famous on this part of world, especially this part of Europe. Well, I mean, they have been always in UK and Scotland and Ireland. So we didn't get the success to reach to some kind of collaboration from India, and
Right.
I always knew that someday something will happen, that some companies from India will come and they will support us to promote cricket in this part. And I would like to add that since the cricket has been announced to play in Olympics, next Olympics, there is a lot of push and lot of support from this part of world for cricket as well.
Right. Because, when we think of Spain, obviously we think of football, right? And a lot of true hard fans of football look down on cricket. There are so many people who are hardcore fans of football and they really look down on cricket. So have you had that kind of an experience in the your part of the world?
Look, like you said earlier, cricket is a religion and football is a
In
religion
India.
here,
Yes,
and
yes.
one is a religion in Spain and this I mean these countries, let's say. But for past years, we have been seeing the collaborations from football academies in India. They
Okay.
have been working a lot in India to promote football and also to hunt the talent that on this part of Asia uh, they, they sh- they want to find a young talent and bring that talent to this part of the world. Same thing can happen in cricket because we have expertise of football in this part of the world and to help the Asian countries and especially India. And why not cricket can help do the same on this part of the world. So this would be also one kind of collaboration to promote sports and inter uh, let's say exchange the experience, the talent, and
And collaborate.
collaborate. And the same way that football is helping India can help in cricket in many countries. And Spain is the best country to play cricket in Europe, especially. I mean, we can play cricket here in 9 to 10 months. So Spain has the best weather to play cricket in this part of the year.
All right. I hope cricket fans are going to watch this and take note of that. And clearly, the fact that you have said that there are 93 clubs, in Catalonia, that itself proves that there are definitely many takers for the sport. Jatin, let me just ask you, my last question. Indian cricket fans, as well as India, they have been pitching for including cricket in the Los Angeles Olympics of 2028. What is the update on that, and how can this actually benefit India?
To the best of my knowledge, it has been in the LA
Yeah.
included for the T20, and this will help India a lot in the sense that that's the only one area where Indian cricket hasn't shined. We are a T20 World Cup winner twice. We are 50 over World Cup winner twice. Twice in a row we featured in the Test Championship, last one, and prior to that we lost to New Zealand and then to Australia. And may just a matter of time we'll win that as well. But Olympics is the only one we haven't won, and uh, uh, we have such huge bench strength in cricket that uh, we will be able to carve out talent exclusively for Olympics. Olympics requires a different level of preparation. There may be matches back to back in a very very fast duration, just as we saw in wrestling that our athlete had to face 3 matches in a single day. And cricket is well spaced out otherwise. Those are the only complexities we have to master. And I pretty much, as a cricket enthusiast and as a cricket entrepreneur, see India winning the first gold there.
Mr. Jatin Ahluwalia, Mr. Robert Nahar, thank you very much for taking out the time to speak to me. And I wish both of you all the very best in taking this forward and having a successful cricket league in Europe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.